I absolutely love working in this sort of network and mosaic of small green spaces. It's very close to my heart to work within a city like London. I grew up here, I never had access to my own garden, and there was something so valuable about being able to go out and visit very small spaces. And there's such richness here. I'm Emily Milhouse, I'm the project manager for London Tales of Amphibian Discovery, also known as London Toad, which is a project here based on the decline of the common toad in the UK. Common toads have declined 68% in the past 30 years, and the greatest declines of those and the most severe have been here in the southeast. And the whole concept of toad being a mishmash between public engagement and habitat work is to, I suppose, get down to not just the landscape itself and how we as an organisation can change things, but also to empower local people in what they can do on a smaller scale, whether that's in their own gardens, if they just have a local green space or a pocket park at the end of their estate. How can they help amphibians in those kind of places?
Froglife is a national wildlife conservation organisation that's dedicated to the conservation of our native amphibians and reptiles and their habitats. We have various toad projects. It started off with the London Toad project. It's got an extremely wide and varying public engagement program within it. We want to bring in new people into nature conservation. We don't want to just preach to the converted. It's devised different activities to suit different types of people.
I didn't like pond dipping when I was little. Often it was raining and there were other kids around jostling, and I actually found a love of nature through other ways. And I think this programme gives that opportunity to children who maybe don't have so much access to the outside, and start to show them animals that are using the same environment that they are, but in quite a safe place. We do drama games and we teach the kids about toads through putting on a play about toads that need to find a new home. The responses from the children have been absolutely amazing. The great thing about the Mapestry is it's an art project that is actually focused on adults to engage in nature in a different way. And we've produced, with the help of our textile artists, the most beautiful piece of work which embodies all of those different lives of London, as well as teaching everyone about our toads and the toad life cycle as well.
I'm Kate Bradbury, I'm a patron of Froglife, and I'm here today at Hampton Court Flower Show demonstrating the wonder of ponds. Events like Hampton Court are important because you've got 10,000 people coming through the door, and it's just a great opportunity to talk to people about frogs and wildlife gardening as well, which is really important. I really love how Froglife engages with people. There's something for everyone in Froglife, and it's a really lovely goal just to increase awareness of and support for amphibians, and yeah, I love them to bits.
So something that's quite special about Froglife is we only manage a few specific sites by ourselves. The rest of the time we're working in partnership with other organisations, and quite often public areas, so councils. So very much working to try and put improvements of land and habitat back for the people that use the parks. We want to make conservation as accessible to all as possible.
Froglife can create some really useful habitats and really improve habitat connectivity. They go to places which other conservation organisations overlook, such as allotments and some parks. I do just a bit of pond dipping, exploring some of the habitats Froglife has created, surveying them a bit to see how well they're doing for our target species. Some of the ponds that Froglife have created, they're really just brimming with biodiversity, so that's great.
I'm Jane Wilbraham, and we're here at Longton Nursery Allotments Association in Sydenham in South East London. Well, we had a fantastic workshop a little bit earlier on this year, and a lot of our members came along just to learn a little bit more about the wildlife that we do have on the site. We are in quite a built-up area, but we have got this incredible wealth of wildlife here, including all the reptiles and amphibians. So I think Froglife coordinating that and the research that they're doing around it is amazing. It's great to bring all of that together to understand just how important these urban green spaces are.
I'm Joanne Smith. I'm the Senior Warden of Greenwich Peninsula Ecology Park. So the key way we've worked with Froglife has really been in running workshops for families and children. Really inspiring and original activities. That's what we like about them, they're very creative. It sounds grandiose, but it's can be life-changing, because it's just those initial positive experiences you have with animals and nature. You can see around us they're building blocks of flats everywhere, no gardens, so places like this that kind of represent a bit of countryside are just amazing as a resource.
As a project, we're funded by the National Lottery Heritage Fund. We applied for Sustainable Project of the Year, and that's thinking about how we've adapted in COVID, how we've shifted our projects and how sustainable we are. So we were one of 6 shortlisted, and I think we were the only environmental charity that actually got shortlisted against really massive museums, and we're only a tiny team of 3 as well, so that was a big win for us just to be recognised in that way.
So I love amphibians. One of the key reasons behind why I love them so much is that they live very closely to us. Even in urban areas, you'll find them out in parks or in local ponds, but they lead such a different life to us. They go through this whole metamorphosis, and that incredible change that occurs there is just so different to our lives, but you still find them. They're still here, and that's fantastic.